welcome back to our channel. I started off the vlog with us being in, I think, living spaces. We went to go finally find Josiah a mattress. What is this man doing? Is he really zooming across with the door open and every anyway, we went to go find Josiah a bed, a mattress, and a frame and stuff. The blow-up bed that he was on, I think it has a hole in it, and so he would wake up pretty much on the floor because it would deflate. So we went ahead and just finally went to go find him a mattress and a frame. So that should be coming in the next few weeks. But we are caught up on vlogs as far as time. I know my last couple of vlogs were like months ago. So in real time, it is September 8th. Today's Tuesday, September 8th. So this vlog should be posted. And yesterday's footage was posted. I'm sorry, yesterday's footage was taken on Sunday, the 7th. So this is a current up-to-date vlog. And it's probably going to be a short one because I'm trying to be consistent and I'm trying to put out content regardless if I really don't have anything going on. I'm trying to at least post once a week. So this is probably going to be a chatty video. Just to give you guys an update of what's been going on because the previous vlogs have been months ago. I'm trying to catch you up to currently and what's been going on in between time. It's not too much going on. There is one thing I wanted to share with you guys that I found quite interesting. But let me see what's been going on. Nothing really. The kids, you guys seen the kids started school. School's been going great. Josiah is in football. I believe, I did. Okay, so there's a couple things. Okay, so Josiah's in football, obviously. That's been going good. They're on their third or fourth game, I want to say, officially, because they had 2 scrimmages and then they started their first game of the season like maybe 2 weeks ago. So that's been going good. And yeah, things been going good with him. He's been adjusting very well. I always ask him because I see the excitement he has with being back here, you know, being productive with his football team and his teammates and his friends and stuff, and, you know, hanging out and doing different things, getting the different resources that he needs. And so I asked him, I said, so do you think it was a better choice for you to come back? He was like, you always want to ask me that. I'm like, yeah, because it wasn't a thing between me and him. You know, Josiah just went with the flow. You know, he really didn't have too much to say about him coming back home. He just didn't like the argument that me and his father had. He just wanted things to be done. Wherever he was going to be at, he just wanted it to be done. But for me, because, you know, I got into a big argument with his father, it solidified for me that I made the right choice. You know, I had to go through some arguments and back and forths with his dad, but at the end of the day, it clearly was the better choice. My son is getting the resources that he needs. My son is happy. My son is hanging out. My son is doing things. And let me be fair and let me be clear, because you never know who's watching, right? Not that I ever care, but you know, my son wasn't 100% failing. You know what I'm saying? Over there, he wasn't like just, oh my God, it's horrible conditions. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying though is I seen a difference. I seen a difference in the things that he was getting over here, the things that were being provided for him over here, the access that he was getting over here, the opportunities that he was getting here wasn't so much out there with his dad. And I seen Josiah's personality a little bit shift every time, even with my mom. She would notice it too. Every time I got on the phone with him, he just sounds so sad. He sounds so down. He sounds so, you know, it was just like, what's wrong? he was always at home. You know, he rarely ever hung out. And being a teenage boy in high school, barely doing anything, you know, because of the choices that his father made and you know, his dating life, his dad's dating life and things of that nature, Josiah was in a room, you know, with two younger kids, his younger brother, and his I guess stepmom, I guess you want to say, and her son. So you have two young boys and then a grown teenager, and he didn't have his space. He didn't have his, you know, his freedom. He's a young high school boy. So I can see and I can sense the difference in his personality and how he was talking to me, as far as just sounding sad, sounding down. He would talk to me about football and him wanting to have more opportunities and him wanting to join more things, but he really couldn't because he didn't have the resources or didn't have the ability to get there, a ride, you know, money, things of that nature. And I'm not saying I'm over here balling. I'm not saying that I'm a car service, but what I am saying, and I will stand firm on this, is that I always made sure things got it done. I always made sure things got done for him, whether it was me or my mom or, you know, whoever. I made sure that my kids had all the things they need to have, and more. And however I had to do it, late nights, out riding around, hustling, you know, not like that in that way, but, you know, side job, whatever I needed to do to come up with any kind of money that I needed to come up with for him to do extra things, extra curricular activity, you know, whatever. I did what I needed to do and still do what I needed to do, and still do what I need to do to keep my kids active, to keep my kids doing things, to keep them, you know, in high spirits as much as possible. And so I just, again, I'm not saying that his father wasn't doing anything for him. I'm not saying that Josiah was just down in the trenches. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is there was a clear difference of the opportunities he had here in Texas versus the opportunities and abilities that he really didn't have, or it was hard to get in Georgia. Point blank, period. And so, yes, I do ask him, you know, now do you see why I fought so hard? Or now do you see why I made that decision? Because you're thriving. My son is thriving. My son is out here having a good time, hanging out with his friends, you know, all of the things. Okay, I don't know where I left off because I had got a grocery order that came in. Anyway, always hustling per usual. Anyway, but yeah, so on that situation, my son is happy, he's thriving. And again, most of the time, moms make the better decision. They know what the child needs, what direction the child needs to go in. And, you know, folks want to fight me, you know, on things and whatever, but at the end of the day, my kids are doing wonderful. So what does that tell you? But baby girl, Miss Rose, she's going to be starting cheer. I don't know if it's cheerleading. It's not cheerleading. Is it? It's not cheerleading. It's not like just dance though. They definitely have like the pom-poms and stuff. But I don't know if it's, I think it's just called cheer. I don't know, whatever. But she starts that next Monday. So I'm so excited. Ooh, so excited. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I wanted to get her in some kind of activity. I didn't know if it was swimming, because I did try swimming when she was like, Amara is 6. So I want to say like maybe 3 or 4. It was quite a bit ago that we did like a free lesson just to see how she would like it. But I wanted to do something or get her involved in something early. Because that's the one thing I wish I would have been able to do with Josiah. I wish I would have been able to start him in sports younger. With Josiah being on the football team, I come across a lot of moms that talk about how their child has been on football since they were like 6, you know. So I wish I would have started Josiah off early in sports, but you know, well, is it? Can you really say it's never too late? Sports, you know, kind of got to get in there early. Anyway, but yeah, so I wanted to make sure, okay, well, let me just start Amara off with something early, in her younger years, her younger, kid years. So she's going to be starting that on Monday. I'm so excited for my baby. Oh, I can't wait till I see her and then little pom-pom bags. And then when they get the little outfit, oh my God, she gonna be so cute. Oh my God, I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. She's excited, and I'm so happy I found something that was affordable, because that was the thing where, and especially in the area that I live in, this stuff is expensive. Stuff is hundreds of dollars a month, right? This is, it's only $60 a month, which is absolutely not bad. And the only thing so far I had to pay for was obviously registering her. And then it's $50 for a t-shirt and the pom-poms that they have to wear every practice. The practice is only once a week, every Monday. And it's after, I get off work. So it was perfect. It was actually a woman that lives in my complex. She was telling me about it. From time to time, we'll catch each other in the parking lot and kind of talk about things or whatever. And her daughter does cheer. Her daughter did cheer for the community. So she mentioned that to me, and I looked it up. And so I believe she signed her daughter up for it as well. So that should be fun. My daughter will have a little friend close by. And yeah, I'm so excited for her. Oh, I'm so excited. She finally gets to do something, because she wants to do everything, right? She wants to go places. You guys know she's autistic, so she's very hyper, very much on the go, very much want to do all of the things. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get her into something, because I'm like, she needs to have some kind of outlet. I can't entertain her 24 hours a day. I'm too busy working and doing things all of the time. And I hate that I can't dedicate that time to her like, I should. But who gonna pay these bills? So the kids are good. The kids are good. The kids are kidding, right? And that's it on them. Me, nothing changes. I'm always running myself around with like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to chase $1, which is not what I want to do. And I'm going to try very hard to stop doing that. Especially next year. That's definitely going to be one of my goals, is to stop chasing $1. Stop chasing $1 and really allow God to do his work and trust that he's going to provide all things, right? That's going to be very hard. I may make that my mission next year, to like really trust God and the universe to provide. Meaning, I'm a very I have to have plan A, B, C, D. I don't want to ever be caught off guard. I don't ever want to be stuck. I don't ever want to be without. And it freaks me out if I don't have. It freaks me out if I don't know how to go get it, if I don't have it. And so having to wait, right? Having to wait and believe that, for instance, let's say I may not have the money for something, right? And I have no means to go get it. And now I'm just waiting to see if this is going to happen. If I'm going to somehow get the money that I need to fall out the sky and pay whatever I'm trying to pay. That is scary for me. That is very scary for me. But that's where your faith comes in. Your back being against the wall and trusting that it's going to get done. You don't know how. You don't know when. And then not even just that, the consequences. It freaks me out. If I don't have this, what is the consequences? Can I handle those consequences? Is those consequences going to put me in a worse off situation? Is this consequence going to have me fighting for my life? Right? So it's very hard, very, very hard for me to just let things be after I have exhausted all of my options. But I'm probably going to have to really practice that exercise, because I am running myself in a wall trying to make sure and make sure and make sure. And it's like, girl, It's either you got it or you don't. After you have tried and exhausted all of your options, it is what it is. So I don't know. That's going to be a very tough task for me. But I don't want to continue being stressed. I don't want to continue just being wore out. I'm only 38, but I feel like, and all of this gray hair, which you probably can't really see right now because of all of this. Ooh, y'all didn't even get to see my twist. Let me pop a picture here. Your girl was cute. My sister had came home a couple weeks ago. She did my hair because I was tired of my hair looking like this. And y'all didn't even get to see it because I was, whatever. Y'all didn't get to see it. But I just feel like I feel older than what my age is. I look older than what my age is. And your girl is still in her youth, okay? So I wanna continue that. But anyway, so that's just still me. I'm just still working, still hustling and bustling. I have applied for a new position at my job in a different department, so hopefully that goes well. It pays a lot more money, so hopefully that goes well, and that actually would be perfect because I was thinking about finding another job, but I just didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to go through training and this and that and I don't want to, and even though I haven't been at my current job, not even 2 years yet, it's been a year and 9 months. Well, no, a year. I started in 2024 of January. So it's been over a year, almost 2 years next January. So it hasn't been that long, but, and it's not nothing with the job to where like I have to go. It's just money. Like I want more money. I want more money. And so I was starting to look for another job. But then when I seen this opportunity, I was like, maybe I could do this. The only thing though is that job requires for me to be on a phone. Like I'm on the phone, but I'm doing outbound calls. And you can navigate that a little bit better than just having to be stuck and you have to take a call that comes in, right? Very rare do I get an incoming call. I mean, and if I do, it's, them calling me back because I left a message for the doctor or whatever, or the patient or whatever. But this one, I'm dealing with having to have consistent incoming calls. And it's like, But, it is what it is. That's just something I'm going to have to deal with if I need to take this job. But also the good thing is that I get to stay within the company. So benefits and stuff will be the same. So I don't have to worry about that. So it will be a great opportunity for me to be able to stay within the company and just get a higher position, a higher paying position. We'll see. But other than that, I just been chilling, just been trying to figure out life and trying to stay afloat, trying to not work my nerve with what's going on in the White House and this orange man and the things that, oh my God, it's just one thing at a time. Really been trying to figure out my future because of what's been going on in the White House and figure out my kids' future. I'll tell you one thing, it really has made me think a lot about the moves I need to make. And it also makes me feel like I'm a little late in having things set up in case of an emergency. So I just it's so many things that I have to take care of and I need to do for myself and my children. And I just need one big opportunity to happen for me to start getting those things in order. When that opportunity will happen, I don't know. But it's so many things I need to take care of. So many things. Here's something I wanted to tell you guys because I expressed this and had a long video about this a couple videos back. And something happened that I found was very interesting. And I'm sure this person is going to watch this which is my father. And he's an interesting character. He's an interesting character. So a while back, or a couple videos back, I should say, it was like an hour video. I was just ranting in the car like this, about the relationship or lack thereof between me and my father. Fast forward, I made a video on TikTok about, well, here, let me just show it to you guys. So they always talk about how women make the worst decisions than men. And a lot of our situations and our issues that we put ourselves in is our fault because we should have chose better, right? And excuse my edges, I didn't have time to do them. But what I want to say is this. I want to kind of look at it from a different perspective. And this is something that's very near and dear to me because this is my personal experience. And I want to be transparent, right? A lot of people say, you know, you chose the wrong man. You shouldn't have had kids by this man. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that, right? Not just myself, but, you know, other women. But here's what I want to challenge you to also think that people may not really realize. What if you never had someone to teach you what it is to be in a good relationship, what a good relationship looks like, and what a good man looks like? I'll use myself for an example. I didn't grow up with my father like that. I visit my father. I went to his house every now and then, but my father did not teach me about men. My father did not teach me about boys and what to look for in boys, how they should treat you, how they should not treat you. My father did not teach me any of that. I don't remember not one lesson that my father taught me regarding what to look for in a man, what he should and should not do to you, what he should and should not say to you, how the little boys should approach you, how they should treat. I don't remember not one lesson. My mother was a young mother. You know, she started off, you know, a little rough in that department, so she didn't have the best teachers, if you will, to teach her. So of course she couldn't teach me a lot. The only thing my mother taught us was, you better not get pregnant. She made sure we kept up with our education. All of our children graduated, and you know, she taught us to be ladies, and she taught us how to survive as women. Now that could be a good thing and a bad thing, you know. Being put in survival mode as a young age, it is what it is. But I wasn't really taught also, you know, by my mother, what to look for in men, what to not allow them to do to you, what not to accept, what lies to look out for and listen out for, what they could say to woo you. I wasn't taught any of that. And if I'll be honest, I don't even blame my mother. She was too busy trying to raise her children. She was in survival mode, so she didn't have the time, you know what I'm saying, to really teach us. I do blame my father. I feel like that is where I should have learned about men. So I don't really hold a lot of fire to my mom. But that's neither here nor there. And I didn't grow up with older brothers. I didn't grow up with older uncles. Well, obviously they'd be older than me, but I didn't have uncles around me. I didn't have older brothers. I didn't have a lot of male friends. I didn't have males in my life of any capacity to teach me, this is what you should run away from him, or he's a good one, or that nigga is lying. Don't believe. I didn't have that. I am 38 years old. It wasn't until after I had my daughter, who is now 6, that I realized you fucked up. I had to learn from all of the past mistakes in relationships and situationships, let's be honest, that I had, that I realized you fucked up. You got to do better. I had to teach myself. I'm watching certain things. I'm listening to certain things. I'm reading certain things. Thank God for the men on social media writing the books that are actually helping women to understand. Don't take this crap from this man. Don't listen to those lies. When men do this, that's a lie. He's trying to get over on you. And even women, because I didn't know. So when you don't know there's a problem, when you don't even realize you're the one choosing wrong, listen, women are created to be natural born nurturers. Women are created to be lovers. We're not trying to look for the signs. We want to be in love. We want to care. We want to take care of you. We want to be there for you. We want to be a support system for you. And I didn't know that there were issues. I didn't know he was lying. I didn't know he was playing me. I didn't know that. I thought we was in, and I'm just saying in general, of dating a man. I thought we were into it, getting into arguments, Okay, whatever. Sometimes you think when y'all go back with each other, you're meant to be. We must be meant to be. We keep drawing back to each other, not knowing that it's trauma and a trauma bond or whatever you want to call it. I didn't know these things. Nobody was there to teach me these things. Some people may say, well, you're a grown woman. How do you not know? If you have no one to teach you, you have no one to teach you that there's even a problem. How do you know there's a problem when you didn't even know there was a problem? So for a lot of people who always talk about how women make the wrong decisions and you keep making the wrong decisions when you never knew that you were making the wrong decisions. You can't correct it if you don't know that there was a problem and that you're making the wrong choices. All right, leave that situation, go over here. God, he don't work out either. You leave that, go over here. You don't realize it's you being too nice. It's you being too kind. It's you being too understanding to these niggas' issues. You want to help them. You want to be there for them. You want to be a support system. Not understanding that nigga's grown as shit. He needs to fix his issues and then come back to you. Or not. Just fix the issues and go about your business. Sometimes women don't know. Sometimes women are not taught. And I'm serious. This is not a situation where the man is constantly cheating, constantly lying, like the man cheated on you 20 times and y'all have been together for 10 years. No, that's a clear sign. Girl, leave. I'm talking about when a guy, you think he's nice to you, he loves you, you think he cares for you, he may do certain things for you, he's, all those things, but it's to benefit him, or there's an underlining issue or an underlining secret that you don't know, or he's doing these things to keep you around. He's doing just enough to keep you around. Like those little, I wasn't peeped up on game. I didn't know that's the nigga is lying. He's saying it, just because he want to keep you around a little bit. Yeah, I didn't know. Now I do. But there are women who were not taught. We didn't have brothers like that. I have a younger brother. He's my younger brother. I have an older brother on my father's side, but we didn't have a relationship like that, so I did not know what it was. Again, I didn't have a father there to teach me what it is. So there are legit women, not every woman, but there are some women out there who don't have the male figure in any capacity. Uncles, older brothers, fathers, stepfathers. I had a stepfather. We didn't have a relationship like that. It was more of an authoritarian relationship. I didn't talk to him like a father. I didn't look to him like a father. He was a guy that my mom was married to. That was my stepdad for years. But we didn't have a close relationship like that. I didn't feel comfortable coming to him and talking to him about boys. So where was I supposed to learn this? Where was I supposed to understand this? We have to really understand where certain women come from and why they made the choices that they made in men. Because some of us really didn't know. Now, yes, I do. Now I know what the red flags are. Now I know what to look for. Now I know what to do and not to do. Now I know what to accept and not to accept. But before I didn't. So can we give some women some grace into understanding that they may not have been taught? They may not have learned. They may not have known. Some of y'all may still feel like it's full of shit. That's fine. But for the women and the men who get it and understand, I appreciate it. Because a lot of us sometimes don't know. You don't have a father there for you. You don't have brothers. You don't have a lot of male friends. You don't know. How the hell is anybody going to learn anything when you don't have anyone around you to teach you? Not even just that. If you don't know there's a problem, how do you know there's a problem? So I made that video and I posted it. And me just thinking it was not a huge issue, me speaking of what I didn't learn, from my father and males growing up, it was setting up for the context of the video. Well, I guess he didn't like that. So I wake up, I think it was like maybe 6 something in the morning, and I get some text messages, and I'm like, first of all, because I don't have no friends, I don't talk to people, so there should be no one texting me in the middle of the night, or I should not be waking up to someone texting my phone, right? Unless it's a family member, and we rarely ever have any emergencies like that. So I'm like, I was irritated. If you want to be honest, I was irritated because I was like, who has the audacity to text me this freaking early in the morning? And I look and I'm like, is this my father? Based of how it was written, I was like, is this my father? But then the way that it was written, I was like, okay, is this him or somebody else writing this? So anyway, I'm just going to say it was him. And it seems that it was in reply to the video that I made about him not teaching me things, which then caused me to make the wrong decisions in men. And he was talking about, you know, I think you just, what he say? I just think you want to play the victim and you too old for this and you're not a kid anymore. And I'm just like, so I'm going to talk directly to you because I'm sure you're going to watch this. You've been stalking my social media before. And typically I don't like to see other content creators put their family out on social media like that. I can never imagine having beef and issues and drama in social media with my family members. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all see people fussing with their moms and moms making their videos and dads making their videos. But it's like there's no, I could never fathom my mother getting on social media making videos about our personal issues, right? That's crazy to me. I don't know what world people come from, but that's crazy to me. So I'm going to tread lightly because I'm not trying to make this a drama issue. I will never expose my father's face. I will never expose my father's name. None of that. I will never do any of that, right? However, I have dedicated myself to this particular channel in being open and honest and being real about my life because there's so many people that can relate. So I have a duty within myself and my audience to be authentic and to let someone know that, listen, you may be going through the same thing. You're not alone and you're not crazy, right? So with that being said, let me just say this. Based off your text messages, to me, it shows that you still do not hold any accountability for your actions. To still blame me as your daughter for the trauma that you have caused in my life is crazy to me. You or anyone else can never tell me the experience that I have experienced in having lack thereof of a relationship with you. If you and I were meant to have a relationship, we would have had one. I'm 38 with 2 kids. I've had a life without you. And it's fine if I'm going to continue having a life without you. The damage is done. The lessons were already learned. The mistakes were already made. I extended my hand to have some type of relationship or conversation with you and just let the past be the past because you and I will never agree. You and I will never understand and see eye to eye on things. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. And how you feel for me is not being held of any accountability. So until you do that, we can never have a relationship. Good riddance. Continue to have a nice life. You're blocked on a lot of things because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Kudos to my mother. Kudos to my mother. She did a wonderful job. And I'm not saying my mother was perfect. I'm not saying my mother didn't make mistakes. But I have to give credit to my mother for, regardless of not having the help that she needed from the other parent, my mother raised a strong, educated Black woman who is about something in life. Can't give no credit to you for that. My children are well taken care of. My children are beautiful. My children carry my last name. My children and myself is a reflection of perseverance and not giving up, regardless of how things turned out. To my father, it's a shame. It's a shame that you never really had a good relationship with your one and only daughter. It's a shame that you did not feel the need to put your pride down and be open and honest and be vulnerable to accepting the responsibility and the accountability for not being there for your child. If you don't want to take responsibility and be held accountable for your actions and how you left me to just figure life out without a strong male figure of a father to be there for me, if you don't feel that that wasn't your fault, there's nothing I can do about that, sir. So that's all I have to say. I'm done with that story of my life. I think I can close that chapter. There's nothing left to read of that particular chapter of my life. So one thing I am learning is sometimes you just have to let certain things be and let certain things go, even if you don't get the answers to your questions. You have to let it be. And that is with family, that is with children, that is with whomever. You have to let it be. You have to let it die. There's a lot of answers that you may not, there's a lot of questions that you may not get answered in life. And you just have to be willing to let that go and just say, okay. And so that is a chapter in my life where I have to let go. I have to understand you're never going to get what you need out of that situation. You're 38. You're 38. Girl, if you ain't got it by now, it don't even matter at this point. Again, the mistakes were already made. The choices and decisions were already made. The lessons were already learned. Like, there's no point at this point. So, good riddance. That's all I have for that. Anyway, I've rambled enough on this channel today. So I hope you guys can really take something from that. Another thing I want to say really briefly is that even though, there's a lot that has gone on in my life emotionally, there's a lot that has gone on in my life. The one thing that I can say is that these things in anybody's life, all of the things that you go through, it shapes and molds you. And it is up to you on how you turn out based upon those experiences. And I feel, even though things are not great, even though things can be better, I feel that my experiences has shaped and molded me to be a strong person. And has shaped and molded me to continue moving forward, even when I don't want to, even when I don't feel like it, even when I feel like I'm stuck. Nobody, no baby daddy, no father issues, no mommy issues. No one has made me take a dirt nap, if you will. Even if I wanted to, right? I'm still here. I'm still pressing. I'm still pushing. Nobody has bullied me into anything. No one has made me go off into this craziness of a world to just do something insane. I am still here. You have not crushed me, so I'm still standing. I'm still standing. At the end of the day, I'm still, as hard as it is to stand, I'm still standing. Even if you lied to me, even if you cheated on me, even if you wasn't there for me as a parent or a family member or whatever, I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still trying to push. Maybe on one leg, but I'm still I'm still here. And that is what lets me know, girl, you a bad bitch. Excuse my language, but you still doing it. You still doing it. Nobody can punk you. Nobody can make you feel less than. You have moments, but you did not give up. And you didn't let them win. You didn't let them win. Oh my God, you didn't let them win. Don't let these folks win. Just because you have a moment, just because you have a letdown, just because you have a tear that you shed, just because you have a breakdown, it don't mean that they can win or that they have won. I hope this whole video made sense. I feel like I'm just rambling, but anyway, I'm about to go. I got to go start off. I look ashy. Maybe it's just the lighting, because I know I put some lotion on. Or did I? Wait a minute. Okay, let me go put some lotion on, and I need to go start work. Make sure you guys follow us on our TikToks and our Instagram. I've been doing really good on those platforms. I have been running up my numbers. I started this whole, not a trend, but I kind of started this whole kind of football content of a confused mom, because my son is in football and I know nothing about football. I know nothing. So I kind of started this little, not even series, but a couple videos where I'm asking my son questions about football and like what certain things mean because he's so over me, right? But people have been loving it. So make sure you guys follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok. And yeah, that's all I have. Listen, also make sure you go to my website, monescurvyclosetllc, and make sure, if you have the ability, okay, I do have a coloring book out for kids. It's a learning ABC coloring book. It's on Amazon. The link is on my website. Make sure you support, please. I would definitely appreciate that. I don't push it as much, but I should. And there's other goodies on there if you guys like. There's ebooks on there and all that good stuff. And there's a journal for your own personal self if you're going through a personal journey or a healing process. So make sure you check out my website, monescurvycloset.com. I would appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on another video. Bye.
I'm thinking you were made for me.